my moves and I'm a head up bobbing. Don't calm down like the life in Compton. Show him my notches, tell him what he not is. Do I need help? Now tell him that I got this. I'm a grown man, age golden. Depend on nothing but my own hand. West of the map, I was born to attack. My hat to the back when I go in.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Hajilicious, and welcome back to my prediction series. Today, we are back in the MMA world with UFC 203, headlined by the heavyweight title bout of Stipe Miocic versus Alistair Overeem. I am also going to be covering the heavyweight bout of Fabricio Werdum versus Travis Browne, as well as, in my opinion, the bullshit fight between Mickey Gall and Phil CM Punk Brooks. Let's start first with this clown battle of Mickey Gall versus Phil Brooks. Before we get into this, let's just start off with who these guys are. Mickey Gall is a 24-year-old welterweight, 5'11", 170 pounds, fighting out of New Brunswick, New Jersey. He holds a 2-win, 0-loss professional record. Wins over Mike Jackson and Ron Templeton, both by rear naked choke in the first round in each fight. On the other side, we have WWE superstar Phil Brooks. He's 37 years old, 6'2", 185 pounds. Like I said, this fight's going to be going at... this fight will be at welterweight at 170. So... this fucking fight, man. This is, in my opinion, a prime example of things that the UFC does wrong. And they don't do a lot wrong, but this is fucking wrong. Mickey Gall is a professional fighter. He deserves to be fighting in the UFC. He is a real legitimate fighter. Phil Brooks is a extremely diverse athlete. He was in the WWE. He was one of their biggest superstars for many years in the WWE, even being the WWE champion for a short time. Meaningless in the UFC. But Dana White brought CM Punk here for his mouth. That's it. They brought him here to sell fights, to try to get any extra pay-per-view buys that they can out of this guy, because he's not really here to fight. I equate this to somebody just trying, like an athlete going out there and just trying to ride a bull. You know, he's 37 years old. This is not the time or place to be, starting a mixed martial arts career. And if you want to do that at 37 years old, there's hundreds of other mixed martial arts promotions across the country where you can get your toes wet, and not in the UFC. The UFC is supposed to be the elite of the elite when it comes to mixed martial artists. And CM Punk is not even close to that. He's not even the same, ballpark as 90% of the entire, UFC, UFC fighters in total. And it's kind of a slap in the face to a lot of fighters that are, not in the UFC, that are trying to get their foot in the door, that are real fighters that do this every single day, that are not trying to become a UFC fighter at 37 years old. People, Mickey Gall is 24 years old. He's got 2 professional fights under his belt already. And age is meaningless to this. I know anybody can do what you want, knock your heart, whatever the fuck you want to do, but this is not it. This fight is bullshit. I look for Mickey Gall to stomp the shit out of Phil Brooks. That's what I hope for the sake of the UFC, for the sake of this weird cross promotion between the UFC and the WWE. I hope, for the love of God, CM Punk does not win this fight. I hope Mickey Gall just puts an end to his ass. And it's even a bigger slap to the face if Punk loses this fight and then gets another fight. Because it's just, they're just trying to sell fights. This fight's bullshit. Let's look for Mickey Gall. Finish this fight somewhere in the first round with a submission. Phil Brooks is a white belt with Renner Gracie Jiu-Jitsu right now. He fucking has no idea. This fight just pisses me off. It's hard to explain this because it's so fucking stupid that this is even happening. I was going to cover the Uriah Faber fight, but I just have to cover this one even more because this is fucking bullshit. This should never even happen. This is just absolute fucking trash. Let's move on. Next fight is going to be Fabricio Werdum versus Travis Browne. Fabricio Werdum, most recent fight was his loss at UFC 198 to Stipe Miocic, where he lost his heavyweight title. It looked like when the same thing when Luke Rockhold went down, when the same thing when Ronda Rousey went down. Underestimating your opponent, running forward. I mean, he just charged after Stipe, and Stipe just threw a little punch right on the chin. You know, night Fabricio. Fabricio Verdum coming into this fight right now. He's 39 years old, 6'4", 242 pounds. This fight will be at heavyweight. He's fighting for Verdum Combat Team at Kings MMA. He's got a 20-win, 6-loss record. He's got 6 wins by KO, 10 by submission, 4 by decision. Of his 6 losses, 2 by knockout and 4 by decision. On the other side, we have Travis Brown, age 34. He's 6'7", 244 pounds. He holds an 18-win, 4-loss record. Of his 18 wins, 14 by knockout or TKO, 2 by submission, 2 by decision. Of his 4 losses, he has 3 by knockout, 0 by submission, 1 by decision. He fights out of Glendale Fighting Club out of Oahu, Hawaii. Yeah, Oahu, Hawaii, United States. This fight's interesting to me. Travis Brown is he's so inconsistent. You know, every time, like, let's look at this fight record right here. You know, he picked up a win against Josh Barnett in December 2013, then lost to Fabricio Verdum in April of 2014. Then he beat Brendan Schaub in December of 2014. Then he lost again to Alistair Overeem. Lost to Andre Arlovski in May of 2015. Then he beat Matt Mitrione in January of 2016. And then last fight, lost to Cain Velasquez in July of 2016. So like I said, it's just a win-loss for this guy. I mean, he was a lot better in his earlier years. It seems lately he's just, I don't know. I don't want to say he's getting the glass chin problem, but he seems to go down a little easier than he used to. This is going to be another one of those. It's hard to call heavyweight fights because every single person in the heavyweight division possesses the power to knock anybody else out. It's whoever connects, anybody sleeps kind of division. That's just how this goes. I kind of look in this fight for Fabricio Verdum because he's beat Travis Brown once before, and I expect him to beat him again. I don't think he's going to have a fight like he did against Stipe. I think he's going to clean up his fight. He's going to come in here, and he's not going to let his emotions get the best of him and just try to run through Travis Brown, and he's going to pick him apart. I see this fight ending somewhere in the second round, early second round. I think Fabricio's going to knock Travis Brown out. Last fight is the main event. It is the heavyweight championship fight between Stipe Miocic and Alistair Overeem. I'm really looking forward to this fight. Start here with Stipe. He's 34 years old. He's 6'4", 245 pounds, fighting out of Independence, Ohio, United States. His fighting camp is Strong Style Fight Team. He holds a 15-win, 2-loss record. Of his 15 wins, 11 come by knockout, 1 by submission, 3 by decision. Of his 2 losses, he has 1 by knockout, 1 by decision. On the other side, he's got Alistair Overeem, 41 wins and 14 losses, 36 years old, 6'5", 257 pounds, fighting out of Amsterdam, Netherlands, with Jackson Wink MMA. This fight, I'm really interested in this fight. Everybody knows Alistair Overeem from his Overeem days. He was one of the notorious juicers. There was pictures from, of him yoked to the gills where, that guy's muscles had muscles. He was just like, man, there was some days back in Pride and some of his, just the old UFC days where he was just yoked, fucking huge. And like everybody was looking at that guy just being this world beater, but he really wasn't. Like after him, like, if you look at pictures of Alistair Overeem now versus when he was, when he was Overeem, it's fucking incredible difference. Like he's half the size, but unlike a lot of these guys that were juiced, he's better now than he was when he was juiced. His technique and the way he goes about his fights, he fights so smart now. He fights with excellent technique. He is the best kickboxer in the heavyweight division, and it is not even close. His leg kicks, his kicks are fucking savage. He possesses the same punching strength as everybody else. He can knock everybody else, but it's his leg kicks that help him fight smart. They keep people away from him. He uses them to judge distance, and he can take you out with that. If you saw the fight when the fight against Brock Lesnar, he hit Brock, and this was way back. This was like 2011. This was right when he was starting to come back into his self that he is now. He had a couple slip ups with Rothwell and Travis Brown and Antonio Silva, but he's been on a tear lately. But that fight against Lesnar, he hit Lesnar right in the liver. You could literally see Lesnar, like, his body was just like, nope, bitch, we're done. And he shut him the fuck down. One kick, he was just, he turned into jello. And that's what that guy does. Fuck that. I'm not getting kicked by Alistair Overeem. That guy is a fucking savage. Stipe Miocic, on the other hand, is he's an amazing fighter. He's had some pretty decisive wins lately. He beat Andrei Arlovski in the first round of 54 seconds, TKO punches. He got his title off of catching Fabricio Verdum sleeping, put him to sleep. He lost recently. Well, not recently. 2014 he had lost to Junior Dos Santos. But Stipe is just one of those guys who is just tough. He doesn't look ripped. He's never been one of those big meathead muscle guys, but he's just tough. He possesses man strength. He is just a mean son of a bitch. He comes here to knock people the fuck out. And I'm not sure in this fight if he's going to get it done. I think this is the fight where we see, I think Alistair Overeem has the fight to get him a championship that he's been waiting for. Easiest title, not that all title fights are easy, but this has got to be the easiest path to the title for Alistair Overeem. I'm a huge Alistair Overeem fan. I think this is. I think Alistair's going to use his kicks. He's going to use, he's going to keep Stipe away from him. He's just going to chop down the tree. It's going to be. I don't think in this fight anybody's going to get knocked out. But this could go to decision. For 5 rounds, I'm not sure if those guys can hang for 5 rounds. It's a hard fight to call because it's like you don't expect heavyweights to go for 5 rounds without gassing. Overeem's got some incredible endurance, incredible cardio. It's just hard not to take Overeem here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Alistair Overeem. Let's say he goes, let's say he finishes Stipe Miocic in the 3rd round with leg kicks. I just have a feeling about that. So my picks for this one are going to be Stipe Miocic, or going to be Alistair Overeem, Fabricio Verdum, and then Mickey Gall. Again, fuck CM Punk. Fuck you. You are ruining this sport. You are AIDS. You are cancer. You should not be fighting. I hope Mickey Gall puts you to fuck to sleep and I never have to talk about you again. But thanks for watching, guys. Please enjoy UFC 203 this weekend. Let's see how I'm doing. My last predictions, I'm 2-1. I really pulled for Diaz, man, but that fight was fucking amazing. Him and Connor threw down. It was a sloppy fight, but it was a goddamn good one. Donald Cerrone hit Rick Story with like this 4-piece fucking extra gravy matrix combo. That was just a thing of goddamn beauty. Let's see how we do here. My only thing with my Overeem Verdum Gall pick is I can kind of go anyway on the Verdum pick. I could see Verdum kind of falling out here, but I'm still going to pull for him. He's still a badass until proven otherwise. But thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and as always, go fuck yourselves.